kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Ford Field. From way up at the 23. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's got his receiver Cooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now it's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Watson complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it inside the 10. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 59 yards. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Kick it away. From way up at the 23. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
First down carry by Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Now it's Rodgers throwing left side, and Watson has it. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. 2 minutes to play in his first half. 7-3 our score.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action. Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 3 on his sack made by multiple defenders. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's...
And all the way in. Jones. 36 yards. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Rodgers finds his receiver, Watson. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers going to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard. As the first half is winding down, and the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape.
across the 30.
Drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get three before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Here's Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Watson on third down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Browns! Deshaun Watson fighting Amari Cooper. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Rodgers now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's taken in by Watson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for our Packers. First down.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
The Browns drive about to get started. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And he completes it to Hunt. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Kareem Hunt, 47 yards. And the Browns get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the interception, here's Watson. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers dancing to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. And off we go from Las Vegas. From way up at the 23. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. As they start on the ground and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Rodgers now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Michael Thomas, the safety, picks it. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, Brad, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st down, here's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Packers, first down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers again now. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here we go. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. coming up on a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. They've got his man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 61 yards.
Complete to Christian Watson. First down and goal to go.
And again, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. He's up to the 20. Now he's loose at the 40. Jamar Chase. He's to the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 21-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10. Their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 75 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
When you execute a drag or crossing around really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Rolling to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Now Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. No gain on the screen there, it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw once more. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1, ready?
From midfield now, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Play action. It's Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And all the way in for Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Their catch at the end of the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant and keep throwing it around.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing, Burrow. Throw left side here, taken in by Asiasi, the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Devin Asiasi, 32 yards. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that would hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now Rodgers. Able to find Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Rodgers to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They come up on a first and goal in most likely four-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. One final try now for Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number one running option that you've scouted and take away their number one receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly four-down territory. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. That is caught. Touchdown, and no time remains. And they're an extra point away from winning this football game.
But that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. No time on the clock. This to claim victory. And his kick is good. And cool as you like it, he pushes it through, and this game is over. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking, but he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the 15, now the
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks